musical descendants of every little mouse. We're the hidden in the woodwork of Wood King Mozart's house. We are nieces, nephews, cousins. We're the children by the dozens of a Martian named Mozart way back when. We're related to those treasures that our dear Mozart knew, and we're here to tell a story so sad but oh so true. Yes, we'll tell you all a story full of pain and not much glory. As we read from magic spell, we sit back and listen well. Of mice and Mozart now we
In Salzburg, Austria, a long time ago, a genius was born. His name, we all know, Wolfgang Mozart, Amadeus to some, but a brilliant musician he was soon to become. We've gathered together for an evening of fun to tell you this tale. Please pardon the pun.
But before we begin, we're sure you know something. Who are these mice? It must be some sort of wonder. For the lofty descendants of each little mouse who have hidden in the woodwork of Mozart's own house.
They passed on the stories that now we must tell. So sit back, enjoy, and please listen well. Be as quiet as mice, for now it is time to meet the dear Mozarts in music and rhyme.
I'm Papa Mozart, the name's Leopold. I'm proud to be the head of this merry household. The finest students of music I've taught, I also play the fiddle in the arts physics course.
And I'm the mother named Anna Maria. Taking care of the family is my chosen career. Surrounded by music and those I adore. Now tell me, can anyone ask for much more?
Hello everyone, Daniel is my name, and being Wolfgang's sister is my claim to fame. I also love music and never get bored. For I spend hours playing on my clavichord.
I'm the Mozart's canary, a lovable pet. I've been known to trip out a mean minuet, and as my dear friend Wolfgang would say, I do my best warbling in the key of A.
I'm their canine companion, the name's the Pearl. I fine-tune my growl to sound like a trill. When they hear me bark in my deep baritone, they all yell bravo and throw me a bone.
It's my musician friends. They've just come along to join me tonight for an evening of song. Dear Sagner and friends, so glad you could come. Now let's prepare for some musical fun.
Papa, oh please, Papa dear, I've written some music I'd like you to hear.
Come now, Wolfgang, don't be absurd. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Let's humor the child. I do think we should. My gracious, this music is really quite good.
It's a difficult piece, now how could that be?
But that's why it's called a concerto, you see. You must learn every note, if it takes day and night. Practice, practice, till you get it right. It's marvelous work.
A sight to behold, and to think my son's only 4 years old.
Your son is a genius, and I hereby proclaim that someday the whole world will remember his name.
enterprising man, and so he came up with a marvelous plan. His talented family soon left their abode, and with music in hand set their soul on the road.
And as they journeyed to far-off places, their little mice hid in their instrument cases. And since their curiosity could not be ignored, a few even hid in animals' from the cord.
The Mozarts played at the courts in all the great cities, entertaining the royals with their musical ditties. Their travels brought them to Vienna one day, where at their empress's palace they played.
And I'm Empress Maria Theresa, and I'm here to greet you with some of my children who would like to meet you. Just one of their names you shall never forget, and that is my daughter Marie Antoinette. And now, my dear Mozarts, we truly would love to witness this talent we've heard so much of. Dear Marie Antoinette, I certainly cannot say no. Certainly off to the parlor you go.
Oh, thank you, Mama. Did you hear what she said? I'm so excited I may lose my head.
From Vienna to Paris, soon they would roam, where they played in many an aristocrat's home. Since all of the mice couldn't sneak in each house, some of these tales were passed on. Word of mouse.
Amazingly, somehow, young Wolfgang composed sonatas, cantatas, and oratorios. They called him the greatest protege ever seen when he played at the palace of King Louis XV.
Rather than paying the Mozart family, the royalties gave them trinkets, you see. A tiny gold watch, a brocaded sash. They have to put Mozart's wanting for cash.
On arriving in London, Great Aunt Minnie claimed that they were summoned to play at the court of St. James. Upon Wolfgang going to an opera one night, he decided that operas were what he would write.
Though they all praised his genius, one thing seemed funny. The wealthy just wanted parting with their money. In the Netherlands, the highest of honor they made them, but trinkets and baubles is all that they paid them.
Yet trinkets and baubles are not what you need when there's so many mouths to feed.
Indeed!
So back home to Salzburg, prepared for their play, they sadly returned, bemoaning their fate.
have the fortune Woken.
But trials they made to make music and spade, all the effort just met with defeat. So with his fame and talents exclaimed, far from home, Papa Wolfgang departed free.
As they traveled through Italy on their grand culture tour, they were curious cause rang encore. Did you think that the mice ought to come home and Christmas around to find home?
Well, just like the mice in Old Dickory Dock, our relatives hid in the traveling clock. While dining in Rome, the mice had a ball, finding the city the grandest of all. Well, while in Rome, they did as the rodents do, and feasted on pasta and bowls of ragu. Papa Mozart and Wolfgang found Italy a joy, so much to see for a growing young boy. To the cities of Italy they traveled quickly, from Verona to Venice, then to Tuscany.
Between recitals and operas and concerts galore, Bologna was sandwiched right into their team. It was here in Bologna that Wolfgang was asked to put many nagging questions to rest.
As head of the Philharmonic Society, I say we should give this boy a look-see.
His reputation has brought him great fame, but is he really as gifted as others proclaim?
The question is simple and well understood. Do you think our member composers think he's really that good?
In a room
we shall lock him so
so
we can be sure he can write four-part music to our special score.
Young fellow, a master musician, should he be given a lofty position? He'll be required to pass every test, and learn the woodwind as what
because now Mozart was considered united.
Everyone marveled at Wolfgang's success, but there's something I feel you must confess. While Wolfgang was writing his musical score, our relatives went on a big outdoor walk.
They went out to town and behaved just like mice, got their fill of bologna and relished slides. But the best laid plans of mice and men did not have a happy end. Even though Wolfgang found Italy at last, our relatives should have not eaten so fast. These plump furry vermins that think with their belly got a bad tummy ache from too much vermicelli. In the years that passed by, Mozart composed beautifully, but having poor church majesty. From city to city he wandered around, but a lofty position was not to be found.
Through Augsburg, Munich, Mannheim, Paris, wealth and good fortune was not meant to be. Finally, in Vienna, he settled at last, hoping his problems were part of the past.
One happy event changed Wolfgang's life. Constance Weber became Mozart's wife. He had once been in love with her talented sister, but she passed him up with a much richer mistress.
When the mice heard the news, they cheered in delight. They danced and sang and partied all night. Some rejoiced in such jubilation that they needed mouse-to-mouse resuscitation. Now Wolfgang tried teaching students each day, but soon found out that it just didn't pay. With unpaid bills and eviction letters, they were constantly running away from their debtors.
You've written symphonies, operas, concertos, and duets. You'd think you'd be able to pay off our debts.
It's a classical fact, known to all the poor folk. Seems musicians are destined to always be baroque. It's a classic situation. One that fills me with frustration. Where I go, one thing I know, musicians always will be baroque.
It's a classic situation, one that fills you with frustration. Wherever he goes, one thing he knows, musicians always will be baroque.
They always say, what will you play? But then they never want to pay.
They always say his music's pleasant. Why is he living like a peasant?
It's a classic situation.
One that fills him with frustration.
With his career, one thing is clear, musicians always will be baroque.
It's plain to see and meant to be that classically speaking, I'm baroque.
Though his compositions by some were considered a hit, his financial situation did change a bit. Don Giovanni, Figaro, symphonies by the score, this musical genius just wrote more and more.
But the years that followed never brought wealth and took a terrible toll on his health. The Magic Flute and Requiem, set down note by note, were the last compositions poor Mozart wrote.
Sickly and frail, he took to his bed. At last, at age 35, our master was dead. Such talent he shared, such pleasure he gave, yet Mozart was buried in a pauper's grave.
Triumphant tragedy marks a short story, but his musical legacy lives on in glory. It's over 200 years since his master is gone, yet his beautiful music lives on and on, plays on and on.
Now, a musical tribute we'd like to propose to this great musician all the world knows. All the great-grandchildren, nephew each niece, except poor Daisy who forgot his mouthpiece, have formed our master singers. We stand proud and tall to give great homage to Mozart, the greatest of all. In 200 years, music has changed. So one of his pieces we now rearranged. We hope he forgives our new modern style. Perhaps we just might brought Mozart a smile.
Born in Austria many years ago, his name is one that we all know. He rose like a trigger when he was born.